I've spoken about null movements before. A null movement is a movement that seems to get you somewhere, but eventually the movement cancels itself out. And you find yourself in a far worse place than where you started. Initially, a null movement is very promising, and it does deliver some of those promises, but those promises that manifest will bind you and will drag you down on the long term. But because the null movement seems so promising in the beginning, and because some of those promises do manifest, you are blinded, you are tricked. And I've spoken about spirits of confusion several days ago. Let me tell you, spirits of confusion are the spirits that bring null movements into your life. Okay, a simple illustration. You meet someone that used to go to school with you. It's someone that's familiar to you. She now has her own career. She's about to get married. And she's happy to see you, asking how you are. Well, you just lost your job and looking for another job. And she says, you know what, I'm going to help you get a job. And she does, and you're happy. But your husband then, after you got a new job, your husband asks you about this former classmate. Because he looked her up online, and when he saw her picture, he got cold chills on his back. And your husband is not the type of individual that's frightened so easily. He's a tough man. He has been through some stuff. So your husband asks you, dear, this Eve that you used to hang out with, that you met a few days back, do you know anything more about her past? I mean, yeah, he used to go to school with her, but then, and you say, honey, that's almost 10 to 12 years ago. Things have changed. She's about to get married too. I mean, she's a grown woman now. We're not in our mid-teens anymore. He also says, yeah, I understand it, but dear, I get cold chills even looking at the picture of that woman. And it's not even a real picture. It's just a reflection on my computer screen. She's not all right there. And you think that your husband is overreacting. But after a while, you notice that on all her pictures, I mean, she has a lot of pictures on her Facebook during her years at college also. You notice that she has this blank stare in her eyes. There's nothing wrong with her because with her physical features, because she's a beautiful woman, but she has this blank stare in her eyes. And you notice this, and then you realize that you never noticed this before. And then you find out that this Eve that helped you to get a job, she's not really the type of individual you should hang around, because you hear all types of stories of people that got involved with her and later their lives became messed up, chaotic, and some even ended in mental institutions due to severe depression. And you sense that after you got your new job, you didn't feel comfortable contacting this Eve anymore. What is going on here? That Eve has a spirit of confusion operating through her. And this spirit is using her as a host to confuse other people, to bring destruction on other people. The spirit is opening the doorway for other demons to enter in. When you had that need, that you needed another job, the unclean spirit, let's say the spirit of confusion that inhabited Eve, knew that you used to go to school with Eve. So that demon knew, you know what? There's a good opportunity for me. Because the demon was informed by other demons that you lost your job. So the demon thought, you know what, this is a good opportunity for me to bring confusion into Paula's life. Let's say your name is Paula. So the demon put it on Eve's mind to contact you or to look up where you are. And Eve herself is not aware that she has this spirit of confusion living in her. So she thought that it was her own idea to contact you. And that's how the spirit of confusion got in contact with you. The spirit of confusion brought a so-called solution for you. Well, the solution is a solution. You got a job now. You have income now. You don't rely on the income of your husband alone, but the spirit of confusion intended to give you that job. Let's say the spirit of confusion arranged a job for you so that you remain in contact with this Eve. So that the spirit of confusion could bring harm on your marriage and on both your lives. The spirit of confusion had very horny ideas of how he was about to destroy you and your husband. But your husband, even though he doesn't know anything about the spiritual realm, he is a believer and he is alert. And when he senses danger, he takes it seriously. Your husband notices something was wrong with this Eve. And you listen to your husband, you didn't really believe him, but when you went to the pictures yourself, you realize, hold on a minute, she stares quite blank. What is this? That's how the spirit of confusion works. The spirit comes with a benefit to you, and its benefit blinds you for what the spirit really intends to do. So what you get is a null movement. You get in the movement, and for you, things are working out, so you're happy, but that working out is intended to drag you down. So, anytime you suddenly meet someone that you used to know, don't become suspicious and suspect all kinds of bad stuff. No, that's not what I'm saying here. Just remain alert. Because not every movement comes from God. Understand that. The movements that the paranormal will give you are null movements. Null. That means they're empty, void movements. The only reason you don't see they're empty and void because you have a short-term advantage that's being delivered onto you. And you're so happy with the short-term advantage that you don't look beyond that short-term advantage. In the case of Paula and her husband, in this parable, they listened to the Holy Spirit and they kept this Eve at a distance, and they did the right thing. Because if they didn't, well, they would have received a lot of wrong associations, debt collectors, and some of the people in their families, that means in the families of Paul and husband, some of those people would have gotten sick also. So the spirit of confusion had very big plans with Paula and her husband, but none of those plans succeeded. So understand this, it's not just jealous people out there that may have issues against you. There are paranormal parasites out there, demonic spirits that have plans with you. But remain in agreement with Christ, and all those plans of those unclean spirits will shatter. They'll fall apart. That's why you ought to agree with Christ. And that's why you ought to take his warning signal seriously. Christ wants you in real movement. And real movement is when you walk by faith and overcome whatever comes against you. The enemy also wants you to move, but it gives you a null movement. An empty, void movement. While the movement of that you will receive from Christ is always meaningful because it always glorifies him. Well, that's it for now. Keep walking by faith and be at peace.